Here are some fragrances that smell very similar. First up, we have Azzaro Wanted by Night and Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. Wanted by Night is very much like a cider smell. Strong notes of cinnamon and apple with fruity notes. It's very sweet. However, Spice Bomb, while it does smell extremely similar, you know, they both have cinnamon, both fruity sweet. This one's more of a creamy pistachio smell. This is more of a spicy cinnamon smell. You're gonna get more cinnamon from this one than that one. So if you want something a little bit more nutty, a bit sweeter, less cinnamon, go with this one. I think this generally will get more compliments. If you want something a bit more masculine with more emphasis on the cinnamon, then definitely get Wanted by Night. Next we have Badee Al Oud Amethyst by Lattafa, and then Ramz Gold, also by Lattafa. These both have floral rose notes to them. However, this one is just roses with oud. This one is roses with fruit. While this might sound better, it's actually a little cloyingly sweet, especially with the powdery nature of this fragrance, making it difficult to wear, especially if you want something masculine. The oud dry down, even though I don't like oud, it kind of meshes well with this fragrance, and I actually kind of like this one a lot more. So if you're looking for something that's more of a floral fragrance, but you want to lean a little bit less feminine, I would actually say go with this one. Next up, we have Mercedes-Benz for Men in Ferragamo Intense Leather. Now you can find this at most Burlingtons for only around $12, whereas Ferragamo is around $50. They're both relatively weak. I don't think this is much stronger than Mercedes-Benz for Men. This one has a bit more complex set of notes where it does actually smell like leather, but they both have very strong iris accords. While I don't think iris is for everyone, I do have a lot of people who like the smell of this fragrance. Also, Ferragamo Intense Leather isn't the only one. You know, on Fragrantica, there's another Ferragamo fragrance that is compared to with this fragrance. So yeah, if you like iris, definitely consider both of these. Next up, we have Curve for Men and Montblanc Legend. This one's the EDP version, though I do think the EDT actually smells more similar to Curve. The only reason I don't recommend the EDT over the EDP is because the EDP lasts significantly longer. It's still not too strong of a fragrance, but between this EDT and Curve, I highly recommend the EDP version. It's a bit more dark metallic smelling than the EDT, but it still gets compliments. It lasts very long and it can be worn year round. Lastly, we have Al Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai with Banana Republic Vintage Green. These are extremely similar because they both have strong notes of black tea in them. However, the Amber Oud is significantly more expensive, with around $50 being the price. The Vintage Green is around $20. However, it doesn't last anywhere near as long as the Amber Oud, just to be frank. Amber Oud is also more complex. It has a nice fresh citrusy orange opening with a nice tea dry down, whereas this is just black tea with fig leaf, and that's essentially it. It also has very poor performance. It's actually one of the worst performing fragrances I have, unfortunately. If you were to take Banana Republic Vintage Green, take it with JPG Le Male Pride Edition 2023, and combine these two, I think you'd get something very similar to this, because this has orange and orange blossom, and this is just tea. I think this is kind of a combination of these two, really. But let me know, do you have Vintage Green? Does it last better for you? Leave a comment down below.